Thank you for joining us again and welcome to our channel. We appreciate your time. If this is your first time of watching our channel, we encourage you to subscribe if you haven't done so. Today we shall be looking at the train networks in Europe, and we shall be bringing you some very relevant information. At the end of this video, you'll be able to understand, to have a better knowledge about what the train networks in Europe is all about and how that's going to help you as an individual who's going to be traveling around Europe and what's essential for your own understanding. So please keep watching. Of course, the train networks is really complex within European Union. We shall be looking at different major countries here in Europe. But first of all, let's have a better understanding about what train network is all about. High-speed rails, it's a comfortable, safe, flexible, and environmentally sustainable mode of transport. It brings environmental performance and socioeconomic benefits, which can support the EU's transport and cohesion policies and objectives. Since 2000, the EU has provided 23 billion euros of co-fundings to support highway speed infrastructures within the European Union. There are major cities across Europe that you do have trains networks that are very renowned. Of course, this includes places like Amsterdam in the Netherlands, Berlin in Germany, Brussels in Belgium, London in the United Kingdom or in the UK, and also you have Paris in France and Madrid, of course. Now, there are also different networks of trains within the EU. You do have, like, for example, in Portugal, you have the Alfa, which is very renowned, the Alfa Pendula. Also, you have in Spain, like the Altaria, the Alvia, and the AVE in Spain, which are very high-speed trains. You have the Euromed as well, and you do have the Eurostar, which runs between the Netherlands, Belgium, France, and Great Britain. And also you have the ICE that covers Austria, Germany, France, Switzerland, and the Netherlands. You do have the Le Free that covers in Italy. Of course, these trains are different in terms of the capacity, and also they do have different economies that we're going to be looking at the moment. For example, you do have the TGV. The TGV, which is also called Train à Grande Vitesse. It's a high-speed train in France Intercity's network. That's what it's looking in there in that particular country, operated by SNCF. It is a state-owned national railway operator. The SNCF started working on a high-speed rail network in 1966, that's a long time ago, and later presented the project to its former president then, that was Valéry Giscard, who approved it that the rail network was a very important investment for the nation. Originally, the TGV was designed for turbo trains to be powered by gas turbines, but the prototype was actually used and it evolved into electric trains over the years. That was since 1973. In the 1976, the SNF ordered over 87 high-speed trains from GE Alstom, which is a global company, following the inaugural service between Paris and Lyon in 1981, where the TGV comes to life at that particular time. The network centers on Paris. It has also expanded to major cities across Europe, like across France, and as well, you go down to Marseille, Lyon, Bordeaux, Strasbourg, Rennes, and Montpellier, and you have neighboring cities as well, which is so important for this particular train. The TGV network in France carries over 110 million passengers a year and also runs at between 250 to 300 kilometers per hour. So this is great for a train that it's moving forward to advance the economy of a developed nation like France. You do also have the Thalys as well. Thalys is still French. Of course, it's a French-Belgian connection relationship in terms of the business. It's operated originally built around the LGV Nord high-speed trains. Also, it travels between Paris and Brussels. The track is shared between Eurostar trains and also between Brussels, Amsterdam, London, and via Lille, of course. We do have the Eurochannel, which is being used by this same train and with French domestic trains as well. It is important that this train also travel to Amsterdam via the south part of Holland, and also you have the NS International, which passes through Cologne. It is a system that's managed by Thalys International, and 70% of SNF's owns that particular part. The 30% goes to the Belgians, and also over 60% are being shared between different member countries. Thalys also runs with over 300 kilometers per hour, which is really high for this particular train. It is so important to know that Thalys covers connections over 17 cities across Europe. That's across Western Europe, mostly in Belgium, covering cities like Brussels, Amsterdam, and also in Paris. You do have also the Eurostar train. The Eurostar is an international high-speed rail network service connecting London with Amsterdam. It also connects Brussels, Bush, Saint-Marin. It also moves to Disneyland and Paris and Lille, and also it extends to Rotterdam in the Netherlands. The French and Belgian parts of the network are shared with Paris, Brussels, Thalys service, and also with TGV. It runs between 180 to 250 kilometers per hour. That's also important. Now, the next train that we're going to be looking at also is the Intercity Express, which is also renownedly known as the ICE, as the pronunciation goes. This is mostly predominantly in Germany. It also serves some destinations across Europe, like in Austria, Denmark, in France, Belgium, Switzerland, the Netherlands, mostly part of cross the borders. It is the highest service category of rail and flagship train of the German states, and also there are currently over 259 train sets in this particular network of trains which run across the German state. It is important for us to understand also that the rail that's covered by the German train, which is the mother company, the ICE, has also gained a reputation to be amongst Europe's top train service offerings. And it is, of course, the leader in this particular network in terms of facilities, comfort, and also in speed as well. Now, when you look at the train in Europe, you understand that most people moving towards this particular direction. Trains have been very great in terms of their network and the connectivity within Europe, of course. This comes also with different challenges across competing with the airline industry. Planes are very good, of course. They are also very good in terms of extended trips within the union. Again, but trains comes with in a handy way because they are the favorite for short trips, and this is very important. And the European high-speed train network is steadily growing, of course, and aiming to become seriously competitive for the aviation industry. Long-range trips are still obviously much faster by plane, of course, while on relatively short trips, the train is the transport of choice for most people. Security-wise in Europe, in terms of train, there have been some challenges over the years, but recently they've beefed up the security networks, and most trains are safe across the continent, and that has helped to boost their reputation and also to enhance that part of the sector of the economies in different ways. Most of the trains are automation, so to say, and the ticket services and trains self-service methods are in the train stations, and that helps to facilitate the process and services and people moving between stations, and it's also very easy. You can print your tickets at home and take them to or from work, wherever you're going, and you can do your own self-service while you attend the different stations across the continent. However, it hasn't been 100% without accidents in the train stations across Europe. Just to give you a basic understanding about the train accidents in Europe, at the country level, over 227 fatalities, so to say, were registered in Poland, and 146 were registered in Germany, and also 108 in Hungary. That's to tell you that there are also lots of challenges that have been faced by these trains in the different countries which they operate in. And this has caused a lot of major challenges in different countries. Let's finalize the program with regards to the high-speed line. High-speed railway lines are lines that are sections of lines which our trains can go through faster, over 250 kilometers per hour in some points, and in some countries. In last year, based on the statistics, looking at different countries that has long high-speed railway lines, for example, like Spain has over 2,000 kilometers of rails, followed by France and Germany, and the longest high-speed railway lines among those countries, with over 2,700 based on the kilometers. And as well, the Netherlands came last based on its shortest high-speed lines among countries, which in terms of the length, with 90 kilometers. So that's basically it for now with trains and travel across Europe. Hopefully, once you plan to travel across the continent in short trips, you might decide to use a train, and that may be affordable for you, and the connection is huge, and also you have a chance for you to be able to make a choice. The facilities are top notch, of course. You do have the first class, second class services, and also it all depends where you want to go to. And these are higher speed and more. They're not expensive, of course, but it falls within the budget based on where you want to go within the European Union. That's it for trains today. Thanks for watching, and hopefully this information may help you make some important decisions in the future. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, we encourage you to do so. But thanks again. We're looking forward to meeting you to our next episode, and have a good day. Bye bye.